okay, who can throw well, who can block a ball in the dirt, and that's it. And so I think that people around the sport want to protect that position, and it's important importance in the game, and that's why I think this is a good step forward. And look, I also think the ABS system has demonstrated, as it did in spring training, the home plate umpires, generally speaking, they're pretty good. Like it's about 50-50 in terms of calls being overturned or calls being confirmed.
Buster Olney joining us here on Best Week Ever on ESPN Radio. And Buster, it seems, rookie classes can ebb and flow, but it seems like this could be a pretty good one. Who has stood out for you in the first few days?
Oh, my God. I mean, they have just been unbelievable in these first days. Chase DeLauder of the Cleveland Guardians with 4 homers in his first 3 games, only the second player to do that. Trevor Story did that back in 2016. This is someone who was a first-round draft pick, but he had all kinds of injuries, to his foot and then to his core. He made his Major League debut actually during the playoffs last year. He never played a regular season game before these recent days. And so, his power is crazy. Kevin McGonigal, someone I saw a lot in spring training, someone that you knew was going to announce his presence with authority. He can really hit. He plays with the energy of a Dustin Pedroia. He looks phenomenal. J.J. Weatherholt of the St. Louis Cardinals with a walk-off hit yesterday. Again, a first-round pick, highly touted. If you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan, you just love the fact that you can look at this guy and say, okay, this is an important part of the future. Sal Stewart of the Cincinnati Reds. He just rakes. He just looks like a guy who, when he was born, he came out swinging a bat. It's going to be an important part of the Reds lineup. Carson Bench, the rookie right fielder for the New York Mets, hit a home run on opening day. His athleticism is really going to help them, with the run scoring, with the run prevention. It really has a chance to be one of the best classes we've seen of rookies.
Loved watching J.J. Weatherholt in West Virginia. Mike Rooney and I do squeeze play, and he was just one of the best in the business,
yeah.
And it's very fun to watch. The Yankees have been fun to watch, if you're a Yankees fan, that is. We know many are not, but they are 3-0 again for the second straight year. 20 straight scoreless innings from their pitching staff, and then finally gave up a run. Aaron Judge continues his hot play with 2 home runs. They've been this good before, but is there a way to put this in context? Does this Yankees team feel any different?
I do think this is the best Yankees team that Aaron Boone has had. Look, during the offseason, I think the general chorus from Yankee fans was, this team stood pat. And I remember hearing that for the first time and thinking, what are you, crazy? Like, it felt like whining to me, because you think about where the Yankees were last spring and where they are now. It's a vastly different team. Going and trading for Ryan McMahon, getting Bednar for their bullpen, developing Cam Schlittler. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see him in his first start. Good Lord. He's throwing 99-mile-per-hour sinkers, overpowering stuff. And, oh, by the way, guess who's coming along? Garrett Cole will rejoin their rotation. He looks great in his rehab from Tommy John surgery. He's going to be back in May sometime. Carlos Rodon is coming back. Their rotation could be unbelievable by the time we get to the end of the year. And they have so much depth in that spot that I think there's a chance that a couple of guys who would otherwise be starters will be moved over to the bullpen to strengthen that group. The American League East is so good this year between the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Orioles, and the Yankees. It's going to be a big fight, but I think this is the best Yankee team there in Ted.
Buster Olney joining us here on Best Week Ever on ESPN Radio. And while I'm not expecting the Angels necessarily to be a good team, it looks like maybe Mike Trout is fully healthy. He's off to a great start. He's got a couple of home runs already, and they were big-time home runs, Buster. Could we potentially see a resurgence of one of the best players in the game?
Yeah, Gabe, he warned us, right? At the start of spring training, he was telling us he was feeling good. He was talking about running down to first base in a sub-30 time, sub-30 miles per hour. He felt right from the get-go at the start of camp that this was going to be a big year for him. He's 34 years old. And look, the first 10 years of his career, he was on a trajectory to be an inner circle Hall of Famer with Babe Ruth and Willie Mays and Henry Aaron. And so far this year, 5 for 9 with 6 walks and just 1 strikeout. He looks phenomenal. And I was trying to think of comps in sports history where you see someone who's been unbelievable, and then they have a rash of injuries. They have some years taken away, and then they come back and they're great. The best name I can come up with is Grant Hill, who felt like he disappeared in the NBA for a time and then came back and was great. I think that's what we're looking at with Mike. I mean, he could always play when he's healthy, but he just has had this barrage of injuries in recent years. And it's neat to see his smile back because I haven't met anybody who loves baseball more than he does.